I have this friend, we'll call him Mike. And he quit his job years ago, and he took fantastic trips with his family all across the world. This guy seemed to be living the ideal life. He took an entire year off, traveled the world with his family, and after that year, he never even returned to his $100,000 a year job. Instead, what he did is he started picking up random odd jobs, freelance jobs, and things like that. And it made me wonder, how's this guy doing this? How can he afford to do this, especially in this time and age? And it's not like his wife was working. She was a stay-at-home mom. He was now a stay-at-home dad. Are they about to declare bankruptcy? Are they way up in debt and they're about to just totally wreck their lives? Here's the big surprise. He's not even in debt at all. See, he was able to tap into a concept and he went all in on that concept, which allowed him to leave his job forever and do what he wants when he wants. So I learned about this. I applied it myself and it's working. And I'm going to share it with you in today's video. So let's first light up the comment section down below. I want to light it up. And here's the question. Do you love your job right now? And to add some bonus points onto this, if your job reduced your salary by 50% or they stopped paying you altogether, would you continue to do that job? Drop a line down below. Let's have a conversation. So this concept that allowed my friend Mike to quit his job is a concept called Coast Fi. But just like Mike did, all we have to do is save up enough money to give us that freedom to make choices. We don't have to invest until we hit $2 million or more. We just need a small amount. And once we hit that small amount, we can take our foot off the gas and enjoy life on our own terms. So we're going to talk about 3 strategies that are not a fairy tale. These are actionable strategies that we can apply today so that you can achieve Coast Fi and have that control and ability to do what you want. You want to stay in your job? Fine. You want to quit your job? You want to do a career break? You want to totally transition to something different? The power is in your control, my friend. Let's start with strategy number 1, which is called future money. We need to know how much we're going to need when we retire. Best way to do this, think about your future and how much you need to live month over month. Now think about the future here. Maybe you don't have kids, they've moved out, they're on their own. Maybe you want to do a cruise, or maybe you don't, or maybe you paid off your house. So you really need to think into the future. What's your goals now and how are you going to get to that point? At that point in life, wherever that may be, whether you retire earlier or later, what is your monthly expenses going to look like? And we'll say you likely need around $8,300 a month, which equates to right around $100,000 a year that you'll need in your yearly expenses. That's going to be your goal. $100,000 a year in future money, or whatever you calculate in this first step. And remember, this is when you're officially retired. So think about how old you're going to be. Think about how many years that is from this point to then, and that will help you understand your calculation. And with that out of the way, it's now time for the exciting part. Step number 2, which is your Coast Fi number. The best part is there's no math in this step at all. I found a website, I'll link it down below, thanks to walletburst.com. Check out this awesome Coast Fi calculator. Now let's plug in our future money. Let's plug in our assumptions right here into this calculator. First thing you're going to do, plug in your current age. Now, this is your current age right now, not the age you wish you were. We're talking about how old you are right now. Just own it. Then what you want to do, plug in your retirement age. So we got 30 years old in our example. Let's say 65 is the retirement age that we're going to aim for. And then your annual spending in retirement. Now, going back to our example, that is $100,000 a year. So I'm going to plug in $100,000 a year right there. The next step here, do you have any money invested at all? Now, here's what I need you to do. Think through all of your accounts. Do you have a 401k with your job? Do you have some taxable brokerage account investments? Think through all the different investments, add them all up. And the idea is you're planning not to touch this until retirement. So add up all that money and put it right here where it says current invested assets. If you have nothing invested, no worries. Click the link below. Get yourself a Webull. They do offer you free fractional shares when you get started. So what you could do, get started, invest your first amount, get the free bonus, and then you're on your way with some extra money. So we'll say we have $100,000 invested in this case, and the monthly contribution, we're going to say $1,000 a month. And we're going to figure in a 10% growth rate. That is the average return of the S&P 500 over many different calculations. So we're going to do 10%, and we're going to keep the average inflation rate at 3%. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. So we'll average it at 3%. And then the safe withdrawal rate, we're going to leave that at 4%. That's ultimately your overall safe withdrawal rate that you need to live off of your portfolio indefinitely until you reach that age that you move on. You get what I'm saying? But that gives you your Coast Fire number, given everything that you just plugged in. And look at it, it's not no $2 million or $1.8 million or $2.5 million like we often talk about with financial independence. Oh no, take a look at it. This one is only $234,157. That's how much money you need to save up to. Once you hit $234,000 in investable assets, considering you're age 30 and you're going to retire at the age of 65, you're good. You're done. You can take your foot off the pedal and you now have control, because no matter what, at the age of 65, look how much money you're going to have. $2.5 million. How cool is that? Now you have the choice. Once you hit this 235, do whatever you want. All you got to do is cover your monthly expenses. Here's the exciting part. Mike decided that he had enough money invested, that he's officially Coast Fi, that he decided I can stop working and find odd jobs that I can look at and find, enough to cover our monthly expenses today. And that I know because I budget every month, and because I have a budget and I know how much we're going to spend, despite the fact that we also have 2 girls that we got to raise. Hey, we're chilling. And that way I can live and enjoy life with my family today while they're young and while I'm young. And then we have plenty of money in the future to live off of. And once we're at this point, it's time for the next strategy. And that is strategy number 3. Do not touch the golden goose. Once you hit Coast Fi, do not, for any reason whatsoever, touch the golden goose. Let the golden goose sit on the golden egg over the next 10, 20, 30 years, or however long you have until your financial independence number. Just look at your monthly expenses, find a job or find something that you can do to cover those expenses. Now, if you love your job and you get paid well, you can stop aggressively investing at this point and use that money as fun money. Go travel more, go do things, go upgrade your life. You can do whatever you want because you have extra cash because you've hit Coast Fi. But do you see the options here? I'm not saying you have to quit a job. I'm saying you have options, which a lot of people don't. So Mike, what he did is he got freelancing jobs and he started scaling that up enough to make $7,000 a month. Now that's a lot of money in my opinion, but that's what he was able to do in order to cover his expenses and not touch his golden goose as he lets that rise over time. Now sure, once you hit Coast Fi, you could just keep on investing as well and really build up a lot of money and maybe hit financial independence early. But here's the thing, don't get so excited about just investing that you forget to enjoy your life. That's the most important part. Because if you're trapped into only investing and only thinking about money, you're gonna miss out on so many opportunities today with yourself, with your kids, with your family, and so much more. How did I hit Coast Fi? Well, I'm going to show you and break down my exact details in this video next, and we'll see you over on that next video.